Hi everybody, this is a video overview of this knife. This knife is the CRKT Pilar, and it is a collaboration between CRKT and Jespers Voxnæs. I think I said that right. And this knife has a lot of Voxnæs's sort of hallmarks, the oval, the thumb oval, this sort of detail on the chamfering around the screws. And then it just has that sort of thick, beefy feel and look to it. But the thing that really caught my attention was the blade shape and the handle. The handle on this knife is awesome. I really like this knife in hand. Note it came tip up and I moved it, or tip down and I moved it to tip up. The reason I did that, not because I care about tip up or tip down, but because in tip down configuration, it gives your finger a place to rest when you open the knife. So I like that little shelf aspect right there. The knife has a couple of cool styling points. It has these sort of angled cutouts for the lock bar. It has that detail in the chamfering I said around the screws. It has a nice sort of showy swedge. And then the combination of the thick materials and the thumb hole tell you that it's a Voxnæs knife. But beyond that, it is actually a really good knife. It's a small blade, which I like. I wish it was lighter. I mean, obviously it's made of stainless steel because it's going to come in somewhere around 30 bucks. If this was made of titanium, it would be an amazing knife. The blade steel is 8CR 13 MOV, so this is a budget knife. You know, there's no doubt about it being a budget knife. But for a budget knife, or for a knife in general, the ergos are great, and the feel in the hand is great. I've used it to do some food prep tasks and some recycling tasks, and it did very well there. You can note that there is a true half and half choil here, so you can sharpen one all the way to the end. And overall, I'm very pleased with the knife. It reminds me in a lot of ways of the Spyderco Lava, but with way better ergos. And the Spyderco Lava had that weird blade shape. It had the lock back that just was really, you know, kind of a pain to use. You'd open it and close it and it would kind of snap in your hand. This liner, or this frame lock is really easy to use. And thanks to a nice Solid G10, you can get the knife open pretty easy. I'm using like a very minor wrist flick to open the knife. It is not like a flipper. And it's also not like some of the other, my Spyderco Techno just basically pops open. But if you want to take a look at this knife in comparison to another knife around the same size, so you can see that it's just a smidge bigger than the Spyderco Dragonfly, but it has a lot of the same features. It has that nice scooped out interior on the handle, as sort of a curved spine. And then it has the half and half finger choil. There's a lot of dragonfly in this knife. And that's not a bad thing in my opinion. And now you can see that the dragonfly is a way better slicer. It's much, much thinner. The dragonfly also weighs like a quarter of the weight because these stainless steel handles, they're not thin and they are heavy. And this is FRN and it's just light as a feather, which is why the dragonfly is one of the best production knives out there in my opinion. But the Pilar, for the price, is not a bad offering at all. It looks good, it works well, it has good ergos. I like the stamped pocket clip, that works well. And there are a lot of nice little visual touches that make it stand out from the crowd and let you know that it's a Voxnæs knife. So this is my video overview of the CRKT Pilar. I don't know when it's going to be released. I know this is a pre-release review sample. I've had it for about 2 weeks. My hope is to get the review up soon, but I don't know when it's going to be released. But when it does, you probably want to take a look. I think it's probably going to be somewhere on the... certainly going to be under $50. I'd imagine it'd be somewhere between $25 and $30 street price. And at that price, it's very, very competitive. So when you get a chance, take a look at the CRKT Pilar, and my review will be coming soon. Thanks.